What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be talking about my MT-07 windshield from Puig. Puig? Does anybody know how to pronounce the company name properly? Let me know down below. I'm going to go over a few things I like and dislike about this windshield. I'll briefly go over install and mention a benefit you may not have thought of. So if you've seen me a couple times before rambling about my MT-07, that's the universe telling you to hit that subscribe button. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jay, where I'm going to be filming all things motorcycling, specifically touring on my MT-07. So if you check out my channel, you'll see I like to do a lot of highway riding on my MT-07. The naked city street fighting beast is obviously not set up out of the factory as being a touring machine. So I know what you're thinking, why would you buy it to tour on? And truthfully, I am just as stumped as you are. But a quick YouTube search shows that when you type in MT-07, it auto-fills as windshield. So obviously I'm not the only bonehead who bought this sexy ass bike and didn't consider the wind. Long hours in the saddle will leave you feeling fatigued with maybe a sore neck after riding all day. With a handful of companies making windshields, I went with Puig, partially because they make a wide variety of windshields for different bikes, but also because they sell through Fort 9, which is a Canadian motorcycle parts and accessories dealership. This particular model is called the Naked New Generation Windshield, and as you would expect, is made for naked bikes. They have two models under this name. In an older video, I had mentioned that there were three of various lengths. I'm not sure if they stopped making one of them or maybe I just didn't know what I was talking about. But there's two. One is called the Street and the Touring. I got the Touring as I wanted as much wind protection as possible. In my opinion, I think anything less is probably more for an aesthetic look and probably doesn't do as much. Install was super easy and straightforward. I installed this in probably less than an hour with some basic hand tools, aka an Allen key kit. You remove these bolts and attach the braces and then attach the windshield, and that's it. It's pretty straightforward. The only issue being was making sure that the brackets align on the bike and the windscreen. Now the big question, does it even do anything? Is it even worth it? You buy a naked bike without a windshield from the factory and then you want to buy an aftermarket windshield. Well, in my opinion, if you plan on doing a lot of highway, either on your commute to work or touring around, then yes, a windshield is necessary, and this touring model from Puig is definitely worth the investment. Don't buy these expecting to feel zero wind. And as I said earlier, these are more for an aesthetic look. I've heard people claim that there is some deflection, but I wouldn't put money on it. I'm 6'1" and I still feel a nice bit of wind, but I find it goes over my shoulders rather than it blasting on my chest constantly. I have had times when buffeting has been an issue, where I've turned into a bobblehead and is forced to slow down, but usually that's only when I'm driving into a strong wind. There's been other times where I've cruised at 140 comfortably and I haven't felt any fatigue because of the wind. So maybe if you live in a particularly windy area, think mountainous or coastal, touring on a different style of bike might be the better option. I live in Southern Ontario where strong winds don't happen often during the riding season, so this windshield has been a great investment. So the only other downside is the change of the look. These minimalist naked bikes are what makes these bikes unique and so sexy. If the tall windscreen is not your taste, there is some smaller options available. So apart from the obvious benefits of having a windshield, there's an extra bonus of having a pocket created there. It comes super handy when taking off your gloves to throw them in there while you go fuel up or to grab a bite to eat. In a pinch, I've also attached my GoPro case to let it charge while I've been riding. You can also strap a variety of small things here without fear of it blowing away. With minimal storage on these bikes, it can come in handy in a pinch. So overall, I'm very pleased with this windshield from Puig. If you plan on touring on an MT-07, it is definitely necessary, or maybe consider a different bike. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this bike, and maybe I'm a bit of a nut for wanting to ride it like this. If you want to continue seeing me touring on my MT-07, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you got something useful out of this video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know down below if you run a windshield on your naked bike, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Ride safe.